Vehement Company podcast. The show made by music enthusiasts for music enthusiasts.
Hey, what's happening, y'all?
Hey, guys.
I'm Ashton.
And I'm KP.
And this is the Vehement Company Music Podcast, the show made by music enthusiasts
for music enthusiasts.
Y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
And today we have yet another special guest with us, a very talented young lady from Oakland, California. As you guys see, I had to put on my Oakland A's visor for this one.
Period.
Yeah, this one is special. So, singer-songwriter, I want y'all to give a warm and vehement welcome to Miss Chastity.
It's an honor to be here. Seriously, my first music podcast. So I'm going to be nervous too. We all just going to be nervous. Okay.
We're just so excited. Like when you actually was like, when it was confirmed that you were coming on, like I think I screamed with Ashton, like, oh my God. Yes, is coming on. Like we were just so hyped, girl. Like I'm a huge fan of you. You are amazing, and we are just so excited to have you on to tell your story, talk about your musical journey, and how it just has tied into everything that you do. So we are just super excited.
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
All right, so growing up in the Bay Area, I've been out there plenty of times, and music all around. I guess historically you had people like Sheila E., Sly Stone, Tower of Power. Even modern people like the Bird sisters, Lena and Lauren and all those. So and then one of my favorite gospel artists, Lawrence Keith Matthews, as they call him. So I guess growing up, how did you get acclimated to music? Like, who were some of the people you looked up to, and with songwriting, early on, was there anybody you were studying early on at that time, or?
Well, I would say the first songwriter I was born into. My grandmother was a singer. Actually, my aunties were all singers, but my grandmother was the songwriter of the family. So I used to grow up hearing her when it was tape cassettes, and she would play it back over and over. She used to write jingles and all kind of things. So I just kind of grew up with a songwriter, but not really consciously understanding that she was a songwriter. I didn't probably say I wanted to start singing till I was like 8 or 9. And then the songwriting piece came way later. Honestly, the person that I consciously started studying was Jane Handcock. I knew Jane as 15 years old. We both went to Oakland School for the Arts, a Richmond baby and an Oakland baby.
Hey.
And she was 2 grades ahead of me. And how we met is she just basically came up to me and was like, hey girl, I heard you could sing for me right now. And I said, okay. Cause so we went to art school. So that's kind of how you would introduce yourself. And she was an upperclassman, so of course I'ma sing. And once I sang, it was like from that day forward, we was like sisters. Like she would take me around at all the little things, and then we started singing background for another artist. And she just kind of taught me the ropes, but she was the first person that I ever saw like songwrite. Like had her I remember we used to have the Apple Music when it wasn't wireless.
Right.
We used to have the earphones, and she always had them on. We would be riding a bar, we'd be riding train, we'd be riding a bus, and she always had a song and it was always fire. She was always studying. And so I think just being under that, you naturally just kind of start absorbing things. And then once I probably hit 18 or 19, that's when I started to actually stretch my pen a little bit. The song sucked, but nonetheless, I had the tools to stretch.
Period.
So yeah.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah.
And that's coincidentally, not that this is about me at all, but my grandmother, she was a songwriter as well. So
really?
Oh yeah. So and then she had, like I always say, she had a group with some of her immediate relatives. So
wow.
So it's funny. It's funny.
So it just be in you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It be in you.
So, and I can say the same thing. Like I started writing songs when I was about 16, and I wouldn't dare sing or read any of those lyrics back ever again. So,
them demos need to go and die somewhere. Just die.
Gotta show your grandchildren. This is where it's
I don't know about them.
Oh, that is awesome. Talking about Jane, what has your experience been like being on her latest album and helping her write on that album, and what has it done for you?
Oh man, it's number one, it's just family. It's family. And to me, that's monumental because I will say sometimes, especially women, and in the Bay Area, and I'm not saying the whole Bay is like this, but sometimes women don't collaborate as much as they should because there's so much talent in the Bay. And for this to be my sis since I was 15 years old and I am 32, that says a heck of a lot, right? Relationships don't even stay around that long. And also, it's literally like sensei and student coming together. Like now the student is able to write on the sensei's album. I think that's special in itself. We're both Bay Area girls. We're collaborating. And everything that we said we was going to do, it's like we're doing it. Like I remember we was literally eating burritos on a bus dreaming about days like this. And most people get on, forget, act different. Jane always stayed the same. And of course, changed in the best ways, but it's like we've been able to evolve. So it wasn't just like a placement. Like this was like, no, this is so much more. This is two Bay Area girls who low-key came from, I won't say nothing because we had great households, but we came from a lot of struggle, and just seeing all God has done, it's crazy. It's literally like, dang, like this is insane. So it means so much to me.
That is just like, that's amazing. Like when I heard it, I was like, yes! Like, oh my God, this is just incredible. Like, so y'all went to the School of Arts together. And did that take you like all the way? That was high school. So then after that, you did a stint at Berklee. Can you tell us how? Can you tell us how that happened? How all that played out?
Yes. So, well, art school, I went from 7th grade to 12th. So I spent a lot of my life in art school. Then I auditioned for Berklee, got accepted, but no scholarship. Okay. Did not have $50K in that year. Okay. And we just didn't have it. And so when I say a stint, it was like a quarter, barely. They was like, so you're going to pay, I think it was like, I think I had to pull out $20,000 in loans. And I remember I first got there and it was like, in order to enroll fully, you have to pull out $20,000. And my little young wise self said, absolutely not. But you know what I did do? I stayed on the campus. Yes, I stayed on the campus with my friends that I'm still friends with today. And I didn't know at the time, but networking, singing at the sheds. So it's like Berklee was one of them places. It was like, yeah, classes were great, and I will always stand for education. But the people that I met is what it's like literally created the trajectory now. Like I still know people, and we'll go into auditions and be like, "Oh my God, we went to school." And mind you, they don't know I might not have been in one class, but my butt was there. Okay,
exactly.
My butt was there.
It was around. They was like,
I was around.
She around.
I was around, and honestly, for years though, I carried a lot of shame about that. Because that was the plan, right? Like I did all this stuff to get ready and prepared for Berklee, and just the finances didn't align. And I felt my dreams was over. I felt like, God forsaking me. It was so much after that. But as I look at my life now and the jobs that I'm able to work without the debt, amen.
Okay.
I really saw how, God used that, but I didn't have to take that journey. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to take that journey to get to the place that I wanted to get to anyway.
Right.
So yeah, it ended up working out.
Period.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So from here, we can talk about your start professionally. Like when you started working professionally, who were some of the artists that you were working with on the grander scale?
Honestly, I will say like the first mainstream artist was Musiq. I'm like, no, it was, oh my God. What is his name? He's a gospel artist. It's literally, it's going like this.
Literally, that's how it go.
Yeah.
But he is, he did that long note. Oh my God. It's like he has all these crazy singers around him and he's dancing and he's on treadmills and he's like,
I was about to say Tim Bowman Jr., but
Tim Bowman.
Okay.
Yes. So I mean, I wasn't like his consistent singer, but I did one gig in Atlanta for him, and I remember being like, like I like Kiara Shear was on the song. I was singing next to Kiki, and I remember feeling like, I like this. Like, okay. And then from there, worked normal jobs, and then from there, I think it was I started subbing for a girl who was singing for Musiq. So that was the first. Then I did a gig with Maya, and then Musiq became consistent. So I was working prior, but nobody mainstream. Right. That was like my first. Like honestly, coming to Atlanta was like my first intro to working with mainstream artists.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Sure.
And that transition from the Bay to Atlanta,
yes.
I know you kind of talk about that a lot, like just listening to God's voice and doing this move and not knowing where it was going to lead you. How do you feel about the move now?
Oh, I feel like so justified.
Like, yes, I did it right.
When I first thought to move, there was some challenges. There was a lot of challenges, and I kind of got some pushback. And, in hindsight, the pushback was all in love. Now, it wasn't pushback from like my mom or my immediate family, because they always knew like Chastity is here and there. But I think just from some of my community that I really, really, really trusted, it was like, well, because there was no plan. It was just like, I feel like God is telling me to move to Atlanta. Okay, what is he telling you to do? I don't know. Okay, what are you going there for? I have no clue. Music and God. That's it. Like, I only have very vague information. Right. And I was in a relationship at the time where it seemed like I was just moving out for this young tenderoni. And so, people who love me were concerned. They're just like, we just want to make sure you're making a wise decision. And if I was in their shoes, I would feel the same way, but there was just something pulling me. I couldn't deny it. Every time I tried to I fasted on it, I prayed on it, I tried to do all these things. And at the end of the day, though it was vague, it was factual. What stood is what stood. So when everything started to fall in line for me to move, and I moved, and it was rough, them first couple of years, and I almost said, well, they might have been right. And then God said, no, I called y'all here for a reason. I stuck it out, and things just started happening. And I'm like, Cause we knew the whole time. That's my God. Don't question my God.
Don't question my God.
Don't question the God. Now I feel justified.
Yes.
Like, listen to the voice, even if it don't make sense, even if you have no clue, and even if people don't understand, because the truth is people can love you, but God did not show them the vision. He showed you the vision. Exactly. So sometimes he'll just put it in your heart to test the voice. Do you trust his voice? You feel what I'm saying? So, I ain't trying to preach or nothing, but...
Come on, somebody, come on. Okay?
Spit nothing but facts.
You feel me?
Because me and Ashton were literally just talking about that, and we were saying we definitely want to talk to you about that transitional move, because we know a lot of musicians and singers, creatives in general, who are afraid to leave home because of those very reasons.
Right.
Yep.
Like, they are so talented. You're like, what are you still doing here? You should be I know you're supposed to be. What are you doing here?
Yes.
So that fear has held them back. The voices from other people and opinions have held them back. And so I was like, we definitely need to ask her about that and what advice she would give to a creative who feels like the Lord is leading them out into the world. Somewhere else. Yeah.
Man, we all know somebody from our city who is just beyond gifted, right? And I mean, of course, the Lord doesn't lead everybody to move out, because I truly believe he can make something work wherever you are. But it's just, I always encourage everybody, at least get out of your hometown at least once, because it just changes you, right? Mm-hmm. And there's another level of faith that you got to have, like there's another level of faith that I have with God that I didn't have before, because I mean, literally I had to depend on him for my manna day to day. You know what I'm saying? Where I was living with my mom. Most Cali kids live with their parents because rent is $80,000. So I'm not finna, I'm living with moms. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But when you're not living even with family in the state, it's just a new challenge. So I can understand how intimidating that can be, but I promise you, it's so good for just your development. It's good for your artistry. You're totally uncomfortable. There's other people who are gifted, and I always say get in a room with people who are better than you, more established than you, who are willing to hand back and help. That just totally makes the difference. So I always say, like, put yourself in a very uncomfortable environment in the best way so that you can grow, because I mean, we all know we be comfortable in our city, like we all know that.
You're like a little star in your city sometimes.
You feel me?
Like that, right? Like everybody knows
You
me. They
feel
gonna
me?
call me for the gigs. They gonna,
You
whatever.
feel me?
Then when you go out in the world and nobody knows your name,
Exactly.
it's a little bit harder to get on that stage, right? It's
Yeah, you gotta grind. You gotta grind for sure, for real. So yeah.
So I'll say you're actually in good company from people who, other people who have moved from the Bay Area to Atlanta. Because like I was just sharing with KP, Daryl Coley and Too Short, they were others who moved from the Bay Area to Atlanta to further their careers. So,
Come on,
for
Too Short. I actually found that the Bay and Atlanta has a very special relationship musically.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is lit. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Atlanta's just lit all together.
It is.
Like, I have so many people from my hometown. I lived there for 3 years. It's something
Really?
special about Atlanta. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just got that.
It is.
It's just got that something, So
Got that thing. It got that thing. I think I'm an Atlanta girl a little bit. A little bit.
I see it, sis. I see. I see it. Yes. Oh, that is awesome. So, like, working for music, what is that like for you? Like, trying to balance working for him and just being on stage for another artist while also trying to, form your own lane and creativity and your own artistry. Yeah. What is that balance like?
That's a great question. I think in the beginning, I probably wasn't focusing as much on my career because when I first was trying, because you got to think, like, I didn't study to be a background vocalist. This job has shown me that background vocalists deserve so much more admiration than what they get, because you just think, oh, they in the back. No, like, you have to study the same way as a lead. You have to study parts. Like, there are all kind of things I hear now that I didn't hear when I first started singing with music, because I wasn't really required to. I was lead singer. I wasn't really tripping. But like, when you step into the world of background, you have to match tones. your musicality has to be a lot better. Your music IQ, like, especially music. Like, he has so many parts. And I'm like, Jesus. So when I first, shout out to my boss.
Period. Shout out to music.
His ear is crazy. So I think transitioning, it was like, I didn't even have time to really balance, because I felt, okay, this was what was in front of me and this is the way that I need to ride. And I think it's something that I do want to encourage people who are artists and background singers, that like, ride the wave that's in front of you and trust that what you love will always circle itself back. So that to say, like, when I was, singing with music, I was just focused on, okay, let me sing these parts, let me learn, let me do all these things. Okay, cool. Now we're learning how to choreograph. And I have dance experience, but okay, now they're giving me freedom to do this. It's a very free team creatively. So I was able to step in roles that I'd never imagined. And if I would have been so busy, like, oh no, I gotta be an artist, and I would have robbed myself of the season that I was in. And so being fully immersed in, okay, I'm a background singer, and oh, this lane is opening where, okay, now I'm choreographing, or oh, now we're kind of starting to creative direct in some areas, and okay, now we spiking the stage and we're doing like a little background work. Like, that now has opened up other endeavors for me, and also added depth to my creativity, where now it was just literally like one day where I was like, okay, it's time to get back to music, like, as in Chastity's music. And everything that I've learned, it was like easy to just put right back into it, right? But the thing is, that day has to come. Like, sometimes we can be background singers and making all the money and doing the things, and we can get comfortable. But the thing is, that day gotta come. So you gotta know, like, at some point, I do have to come back and balance, like, my first love also with, you know, the love of being on the road and singing for another artist, because they both can be balanced. But I think now it's not really difficult because I was fully immersed in the season. And now that I kind of have gotten a hold of, you know, the job, now it's kind of like, okay, now taking everything that I know and pour it into. And Musiq is a very supportive boss. Like, he listened to Little More before it came out, giving me pointers, like was about to actually pull up to the studio when I was recording it, but just never was able to. But very, very supportive. So he wants you to be great in, you know, your lavender. He wants you to be great in your music. So it helps. Like, I couldn't imagine working for somebody that is like, what you doing? Like, you only need to be working for me. But he's a great boss. He gives you all the songwriting gems, like all of them. It's like, you should be charging me for this, but you're not. So I say ride the wave, but also discern when it's like, okay, it's my time, and creating habits to where you aren't forgetting about you, but you're taking everything you learn and you're pouring it into your individuality. Hopefully that answered the question.
Yes, because I like to talk about Musiq. I remember him letting you open up for all these shows. Like, that period for me would make me teary-eyed, just seeing you vlog that experience and opening it up for him, and him watching you backstage and just cheering you on like a big brother. Like, what did that experience teach you?
Let me tell you something.
That stage.
I'm a humble girl. Okay. Very humble girl. Struggle with imposter syndrome heavy. When that man tells you, like, you got it. Like, you can sing, you can songwrite, you perform. When the legend tells you you're great, you gotta believe it. You just have to. So it's like I had to pull myself together and say, no more. No more. Now, don't get me wrong. Every creative, no matter how great you are, has a level of insecurity, right? I think it's almost kind of makes us great, because it's like, it's what causes us to push for better, right? So I think that sometimes that pushes me, but also it stifles me. And I think with having somebody that I grew up listening to, grew up watching, and has worked with several artists and have seen it all, tell me like, no, you got it. You got it. Like, verbatim. It's like, what can you tell me?
You can't tell me.
What can you actually say to me to discourage my spirit? You can't.
You can't.
You can't. And you won't. So that, man, it really doubled down on my confidence. Like, having somebody so great remind me consistently, like, no, you're great. You are great. You are great. Yes. I need it. So yeah.
Oh, I love that so much.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll say this, because me and KP, we an episode a little while back, we did our top 3 R&B bridges, and I actually mentioned 2 songs in particular from Musiq Soulchild, Feel the Real and Half Crazy. And like those bridges to those songs, and how Musiq Soulchild navigated vocally, and I said it then, I'll say it now. He has to be one of the most intelligent vocalists I know, just with his decision making. And, of course, he may have sat with the song a little bit before recording it, but just the way he went from point A to point B back into a chorus or something, it's like,
no, he's crazy.
Nobody else is this way. So
no,
I mean,
he's crazy.
So my question, vocally, what can you say have you picked up from just working in the background with him as a vocalist?
God. Where do we start? Oh my God. There's so much. I would say working with him has taught me that being musically intelligent matters. Like, it matters. And I know that's like, what? But like, in this day and age, it's so easy to just like, just do whatever you want, have no idea, kind of just put out a cute song. I'm cute. Like, you know how people, this day and age, music doesn't matter. Like, let's be real. Like, unfortunately, music, and when I say music doesn't matter, like, the musical IQ is not as important as it used to be. And I could say, I could be real lazy, because if I'm a big viber, like, I can vibe, throw out some melodies. But when you're around somebody, like, learn your scales, like, learn your pentatonic scales, learn this, do that. This is what this is. It's like, oh, that and just singing his music in general, it's so much on the ear that it pushes you. He does a lot of chromaticism that pushes you. Like, I wasn't like, I could be very pitchy sometimes, and he taught me that, one, Chaz, you're pitchy, like things I didn't even hear prior. I didn't hear it. Right. But as I was singing with him, my ear was getting sharper and sharper, where there were songs I was looking back and I'm like, oh, I was sharp on that note. Hold on, let's tweak that. Like, that carries over in everything, how I sing, how I record, even little choices that I make. I learned I don't have to do a billion runs. I don't. I could do a cute little chromaticism run here, or I could do a cute little weird note here and know exactly where I'm going. And it adds so much vibrance to the song, or it adds so much, like, it tells the story of the song versus just, sometimes as us as Black singers, we could just do a bunch of runs and color it, and that's great. But I think it's something dope when you can just paint the picture and not do any runs, but maybe do something special here. Like, he taught me specialty, because we would do sheds sometimes. We would do sheds sometimes. Like, I'm shedding with Musiq Soulchild.
Right.
We're doing sheds.
Right on the wall, I would want to be. Yes, Lord.
I mean, sheds in my house. Like, he's that humble. He's like, come to the crib. All right, let's sit down. Let's play something. And we're just singing back and forth. And I'm just, me and the other singer, we're just going back and forth. Sometimes we sounded crazy. I'm sounding crazy. But the fact that he invites you to make mistakes, like, he's not like, what the heck was that? Like, none of that. He lets you try. And I think he really, he woke up the student in me. Because I think when you do this for a minute, you get lazy. You do. When you get jobs, or you can kind of like, I'm good at this. This is what it is. But he taught me, whether he said it out his mouth or not, always be a student. Always.
Man, shout out to Musiq.
Shout out to Musiq.
We love you here at In Behemoth Company. Yes. So with that and all that you've learned from him and everything, let's talk about Little More. Let's talk about that creative process, how that started to where it is now, Miss. I'm on a bunch of playlists and podcasts, and Jane's on the, like, let's get into it, sis. Because, baby, I couldn't wait to talk about it on the podcast. I was like, she need her own little segment. Because, listen.
God is crazy. God is crazy. You heard me.
Okay.
What we want to know first?
You start, like, okay, just the concept of the song. You can start from there. Like, what even gave you the idea for Little More?
Honestly, that's why I love collaborating with Jane, because I just feel like she be saying what it be in my heart, but we don't even got to discuss it. It's the craziest thing. I went to the studio and, I think we might have said, mind you, this is how it is. We be having girl talk. That's why I'm like, it helps to create with your friends. Having girl talk. Girl, I'm talking to this guy, like, I love him, da-da-da. I just need more. Like, I'm not your girl that you could just take out and buy out. Like, I want to have long walks, deep talks, and go to coffee shops. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want to do. I'm a Bay Area girl. We're hippies at heart. So I'm like, I just need a little more. I need more. I'm always saying, I need more. So usually how Jane works is we are, freestylers. So I'm kind of putting my melodies down, mumbling. She'll put her melodies down. And she came with a little more, like dang near freestyle the whole thing, but little more. And I was like, cause that's it. And then from that, we would, of course, fill in the lines for the melodies that we like. And we wrote it from there, and it just kind of was like that easy. Like, it really wasn't. I think that was the easiest song we created. It just kind of just fell out.
It just kind of landed. And I saw you were like looking for someone to mix it and all that. So how did that, like, you just put your stuff. I love that you literally put everything out there. like for the world to see. And this is something that you can look back on. Like I said, your grandkids can literally see this journey from zero to where you gonna go, because you are so vulnerable in your creativity and artistry and your struggles and and just everything. And I just like, I love you for that. Like that's what made me love you. I was like, this girl is like not on here putting on. She is like literally saying, yo, this is what it is.
Yeah.
Like this is where I am. And we gonna go from here and see where.
And we gonna go from here.
Yes. And so like you was like, I need to get this mixed. And then so how did that happen?
Okay, so the reason why I did that was because I feel like artistry was becoming hard for me for some reason, where I was in my head. And I think I do have ADHD. Shout out to all my neurodivergent queens, okay, and kings. Because when I know that it's like, you know, for artists and creatives, when you're putting out your artwork, there's a long list of things you need to do. So if I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do a single, that means I gotta get it mixed, mastered. That means I gotta put it on BMI. Like there's all these lists. So I was getting intimidated by all the things that I needed to do. And I'm on the road. So I do this thing where I would talk myself out of things that I want to do because I'm like, I don't have the resources. I don't have the money. I don't have, you know, and it gets, the list piles on and I just be like, forget it because it's too much. But the thing that I knew was going to drive me to put it out, I'm like, if I just put it out as is and I see people be like, we love this and we need this, that's going to put the fuel in me to say, okay, let me get my stuff together. Sometimes I have to trick my own self in order to get things done around this piece. Because let me tell you, I swear I'm going to eval on Wednesday, actually. ADHD is real. And the list of things, I get overstimulated very, very quickly. So I'm like, okay, if I can just start at a mix, we can figure everything out. I don't have the money. I don't have a budget. I don't have a pub deal. I don't have none of that. But if we can just start at a mix, I know this is a good song, and I know I have other good music. But if I wait on everything that everybody's telling me I need, oh, you need this, oh, you need it. You know, people tell you, well, you need this content, you need this budget. I don't got none of that. So what do? Not just put out my art? No. Right. So I'm going to let God do every single step. And we going to do this how we do it, whether we create all the content ourselves, whether I got $10 in my pocket, because my thing is a lot of artists miss out because they never start. We just never start. We wait. Oh, I need $1,000 video. No, you don't. I need a manager. No, you don't. If you are the product. If you never start and you never put yourself out, how will people know to help you? You feel what I'm saying? Exactly. So I knew if I just put myself out there, somebody's going to come and help me. And lo and behold, my girl hit me up and was like, we have a mixing service. I'm going to give you a discount. Send me the files, let's get it mixed. And that thing was mixed in probably 2 weeks. Wow. All for me posting.
See? Listen.
So start. Just start.
Just start. Listen. And that is just so encouraging to so many, not just artists, but any creative. Like, even myself, this podcast got started a vision. I had a dream the Lord gave me.
Wow.
He told me, Ashton was my co-host. And I woke up and I was like, okay. And I was like, I DM'd Ashton like, yo, this is crazy, but this is what I got. Like, what do you think? And he was like so excited and ecstatic to do it. And when I tell you this man has been consistent, this man gets more excited than I do. This was in December. I had this vision. And and I was like, okay, so we need, like you said, like you think like you watch all these podcasts now and it's like camera angles here, there, everywhere in between.
HD.
It's like movies. And I'm like, Lord, like I don't have that kind of budget. We don't even live in the same city. So like,
oh really?
No.
Wow.
Probably an hour and a half away from each other.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I'm like, we waited a couple months. Like I got my taxes, then I got this mic and I had this laptop and I was like, okay, I need these headphones and this interface he told me to get. I'm learning along the way. And
you never know.
And it's
you
been
never know.
3 months and God is just like blowing my mind with different things, different guests, having you on here. So I'm just like, and yeah, it's just been really a dope experience just doing what the Lord said to do. Like, it's such a joyful experience. So I know. So thank you so much for just like encouraging all creatives to be creative.
Just be ye creative.
So just be creative. Yes, that is amazing. So thank you so much for that.
Of course.
And Little More is like doing this thing. It is really.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait for you to go with music and then you sing this song. Like what? Like I can't wait. I will be so excited. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, so like I know you've done other features like Aaron Smith and Jan Hunter and Zaya. What was it like? So at the same time, Zaya comes out with hers, and you've written on that. I'm like, look, it's Chastity's time, okay? So what was that experience like?
That experience was so dope, man. I was in LA for a Jane show actually. Okay. And me and Zai were both performing at Jane's show, and and Zai was just like, come to the studio, like come through. And I'm like, I'm always so shy. People don't realize, like, they think I'm antisocial. Not her, but I be just shy because I'm just like, I usually create on my own or by myself because of the shyness. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go. And I went in there. And, we all just kind of laid something down, and I laid my part down, and she was like, cause that's the hook. Yes. Like that's the hook. And they were just so encouraging. And I'm like, really? Oh my God. Like, and it was just such a good energy. She had great energy. She's so hilarious. Another Bay Area queen.
I was about to say, she's from the Bay. Listen, all these Bay Area girls just doing their thing, and I'm here for it. Like,
Bay Area is just up, and I love it. I love collaborating with Bay Area women. It's on some of my favorite things to do. So yeah, to just see it come out and to be like, this really slapped for real. It's like, oh my God, this is so good.
I said, you know what? Hell yeah. You know what?
You know what I'm saying? And Zai's so amazing. Seriously, like, I think, you can collaborate with anybody, but when you really believe in the people you're collaborating with, it just hits different.
That energy is undeniable. Like, it's so amazing. And okay, so we gotta talk about you in Seminary, because girl? God. I was like, okay, Jesus, creative cousin, like, give us the tea.
That still baffles me
on that, and how your faith and all of that balances out with you doing what you do, like your art, like you do. So you have some singles that are like gospel Christian music, and like what is the balance with that, and how do you navigate working secular but also having immense faith and those things? Talk about that, because I know Black people, us especially, most of us come from the church, and we're out here, and it's that struggle of secular, you need to be in the church, or that kind of thing. So can you talk about it a little bit?
Absolutely. I would say the beautiful thing is the genesis of my story was not, I would say, legalistic church. My first church was definitely interesting, but I will say he would come to my R&B shows, because I've been like literally singing with Jane. That's how young I was doing it. And I always had a love for Jesus though. Like I always had I remember being 12, crying, the only kid, everybody like, why are you doing all that? But it was just something I felt like I always just loved Jesus so bad. But then I would just do music over here. So it's kind of like I would compartmentalize the two. But in my early days of R&B and ministry, like nobody ever told me that I couldn't. It was never a thing, because I didn't go to your average like traditional church. I didn't. It was very nom, come in your ripped jeans. So I've always been I'm a girl that loves Jesus. So it wasn't until later in my faith where I felt this pressure. People were like, you actually know you can't do that, right? And I'm like, says who? Like, and I will say, as I started to surrender to Jesus even more, I think some of those things were necessary. I won't say the legalism or the tradition, but I think some of my leaders did challenge my intentionality. Where when before it was like, I just want to be a superstar, and I just want to be Beyonce, and that was the big thing. And then Jesus is over here. But having people be like, I don't care how good you sing, like, Do you know the Lord? Do you love the Lord? And at the end of the day, you ain't no singer. You are a daughter of the king. And how does that look in your life? Do you have integrity? Do you have these things? Like, if we take the mic away, do you have these things? And at the time it felt OD. It was like, dog, like, cause it would be like, you don't want to sing something that you're not living. Like, why put songs out about sex, love, and rock and roll, but you're not living? So there was a lot of questions there where it kind of was like, is y'all judging me? But in hindsight, I needed that as well to almost it was like, it really changed my heart. It did. I put music down actually for a little minute, for like a year, to discover who I was away from it. Because honestly and truly, I didn't know. I was a girl who like really wanted to be Beyonce, but I love Jesus. But it was like, when I took that year off and really consecrated myself before the Lord and was like, listen, I will put music down. What do you want from me as a daughter? He began to peel a lot back. So when I jumped back into it, it was like, oh shoot. Like I was kind of like trying to be overly Christian-y and trying to be churchy because I thought that's what like I needed to be. But then it wasn't until God showed me a vision of me being on this major stage. It was in a stadium, things I've always dreamed of. And he said, you'll still be here, but I've changed your heart of why and what you do this for. And so I think all these years have been me just trying to figure it out. I think that sometimes as Christians, we want to like already arrive. Like, you need to be this kind of artist. But the truth is, every person God has called to this, he's given a unique gift, a unique road to take. And sometimes we need grace to figure it out. Like, I had to be a straight R&B twerking Chaz. I had to be overly Christian Chaz. I had to be all these iterations of Chaz in order to get to, I'm a girl from Oakland that love Jesus, but I also love R&B and Stint. Right. You know what I'm saying? And he's given me the grace. And he's put both people in my life where they might be overly strict, but then also they might be people over here that really support the music. So I have a community of all, and also I fine-tune my own connection with the Lord. So at the end of the day, that's why I said when I moved, a lot of people didn't agree and they didn't understand, but that move helped me to fine-tune. I hear God for myself. So you may not understand, but this is what I'm called to do. And it's the same. I've applied that to my music. Like, when you walk with the Lord day to day, when you don't know how you're going to eat, when you don't know how you're going to pay the bills, you hear the Lord different. You don't just go to church, and I don't compartmentalize the Lord. The Lord is my life. So I hear when he says, okay, you have the grace to release this, and this is how you do it. Or, okay, God, I don't know. And we'll figure it out together. But I think the Lord is just more hands-on in my career and in a lot of people's careers than they think. And it's not like church singer or this, like, it's not. That's the cool thing about God. He is the first creative, and we forget that. We box him in. He's beyond a genre. He's beyond a service. So when people a lot of times come with their skewed views, and it's only because they were raised with tradition, I don't allow them to put their skewed view on me, because that's not what the Lord said to me. That's how I was able to go to seminary. It's like, the beginning of class, every time we would do our introduction, and they would be like, most people would be like, I'm a worship leader, I'm a pastor, I go to this, and they say, well, what do you do? I said, well, I sing music, I sing background for Musiq Soulchild, and I believe that the Lord has me here, and he's yet to show me how he's going to use music in this, but I believe I should be here. That's it. I don't owe you this fake, like, no, I don't know why, God, but I know he's given me just a little bit. And I'm here, and he's going to reveal and show me how he's going to use everything, because he does. So I know that was long-winded, but I hope that kind of answered the question.
That was good.
That was amazing.
All right. So
these are great questions.
Little fun stuff, and then we're gonna call it after that. But
come on.
So, well, first off, let's get your Mount Rushmore of singers, and then your Mount Rushmore of songwriters. I know it's a hard question.
Oh my God!
Because music lovers and creatives, like, it's definitely hard to narrow it down. But
okay, okay. How many? Is it just off the dome? Whatever I feel.
Oh yeah,
Mount Rushmore is 4, right?
4.
Yeah.
So
okay,
top 4.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay, Jasmine Sullivan has to be in there. She just has to. Donny Hathaway.
Yes.
Donny Hathaway.
Donny.
Oh my God. Ooh. Okay. Because it's like I got us no entertainers, no performers, just straight singers. Layla Hathaway. It's just in the family. You got to.
It is, literally.
It is. You got to
Girl
acknowledge
sings
her.
3-part harmony with herself. So.
I mean, it's extraterrestrial at this point, okay? Oh my God, who's somebody that just sends me every time I hear them? Ooh, that's tough. Oh my God.
It's always
I
hard.
want to mix it up and say Sade.
Oh.
I want to mix it up.
Somebody.
Oh, yeah.
I want to mix it up
She
because
deserves that.
she do. You don't got to do all the acrobatics. Not at all. Yeah. So Sade is one that I listen to when I get my wine 13% because we grown.
Okay.
We grown. And I dance the night away. Okay. Period. 13%
Yes.
got to be red, bitter,
Red, sweet red. Okay, come on, somebody.
dry.
You drink dry.
I love it dry. Pause. Okay. Edit that out. Or not. Whatever. Keep it in. I don't care.
Weed.
We got to. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so that's your singers. So what about your songwriters? Mount Rushmore songwriters.
Ooh, James Fauntleroy, top.
Mm-hmm.
Songwriters. Jane. I have to. It's just, it wouldn't be
Yes.
right. Ooh, songwriters. Oh my God. I had it and I lost it. I would say, my God, what's his name? He was like the beginning. Green Eyes. He just
Smokey.
released Smokey. You gotta acknowledge Smokey. You just
Like,
have
how
to.
can you not? Listen,
You have to.
Smokey.
You have to.
One more.
I don't know if she writes her own songs, but whoever writes her, Sabrina Carpenter. Her songs are so good. I love pop writers.
Yeah. Oh, they're good.
Love them. She has the perfect, it's like the perfect mix of like cheeky humor, but like very descriptive. I literally live for Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know if she writes her own songs, but whoever her team is, I should probably look who it is. But I love pop writers.
You're like,
So yeah, the Sabrina Carpenter team.
yes, I love that. This is amazing. I do have one more question. So
Yes.
and we're going to end it on this. So what's next for Chaz? Like, what is happening next for you? What do you see happening next for you? What do you want to happen next for you?
What do I want? That's a beautiful question. I want to, it sounds simple. I really just want to go all the way in this. I think I've been very inconsistent. And I mean, life's life. And, you know, God takes you through a journey, but I just feel like it's go time. I don't want to wait. I don't want to, no. Like, I want to be performing. I want to put out music. I want to inspire people. I want to be nominated for something. Who knows? You know, be at an award show, you know, like.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really just want to take everything that I've learned and that I've been through and just go all out with it, and whatever that looks like. But I would love to be nominated for something. I want to write for more people. I really, really do. My secret goal actually is to write for the gospel girlies. That is actually a secret of mine. Because I feel like sometimes, how can I say this? Sometimes, you know, when like overly churchy girls and then they want to make like vibey records and it's like, we win, we be sin, we win. I don't want to hear that. You feel me? As being somebody who's both been in R&B and love Jesus, I really want to write like that. I really believe in like Christian R&B and all the things. So I really want to write for maybe the girlies or possibly guys, but I really believe in the girlies who just want to have more vibe in a record. I would love to be a part of that. I would love to be a part of the development of Christian R&B. That would be an honor for me, honestly and truly. But yeah, I wanna be opening up for more people. Okay, I want to collab with more people. I want to talk on more podcasts.
Period.
And I really just want my music to make a way for me where I'm just not worried about bills or anything. Like, I just want to take this all the way and just really see my fruit. Because, you know, when you be creative doing this for so long, it can get so discouraging where you're like, I actually can give up on this. And that's why Little More is so special, because I went through so much that almost killed my creativity as an individual, that I had to put out Little More for me. So seeing how far it's gone in the little resources that I had is like, cause thank you God, I needed
Thank
that.
you God. A testament to His grace, mercy, and to all the things. That is just amazing. So what encouragement would you give to those creatives right now who are like literally about to like give up, like, I'm not doing this no more, I'm done, and then they watch this podcast and they see you on here? What would you say to them?
Ooh, that's hefty. I would say not your average thing. You know, people gonna be like, work hard, do that, and of course do all that stuff, study, all the stuff, love that, gig, all the great stuff. But I would really say, like, take some time to, like, have you ever sat with yourself? Turn Instagram off. Stop comparing yourself to other people's timelines, other people's forms of artistry. I would say sitting with myself, even in my trauma, where God was in my trauma, what makes me, not avoiding those things, right? I think one of the things I battled with was like, oh, I want to be like this sexy female that like, oh, I want to, but then like when I really sat with who Chaz is somebody who likes penny loafers, crew necks, and things like that. And it's like, instead of me trying to be somebody that I want to, like, I'm trying to be based on sex selling and all these things around me, like, let me sit with me and let God really tell me how I'm different and what I can offer to this industry. And I would say sometimes sitting down and not being seen and taking the time to like get your reps in mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Creative, you're already there. You can do your scales, you can study your songwriting, but when you got this in order, you can soar like an eagle and keep going when other people will crash. So I would say take time for you, because God has an individual timeline for everybody. And if you just keep looking at everybody and comparing, it's like you'll lose prematurely. You'll make it harder than what it is. So I would say take the time, like discern what you need. You know what I'm saying? And be truthful, and also put people around you that will support that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
This has been an amazing interview with Miss Chastity. Again, we thank you so much for your time, for being on the show. This has been amazing. You know, like I've tried all this time curbing my enthusiasm. So as I watch this back, I'll be the judge of that for myself. But thank you again. So again, this has been the Invehement Company Music Podcast, the show made by music enthusiasts
for music enthusiasts.
That's right. Miss Chastity, help us wave goodbye to everybody.
Bye, guys.
Later. Bye.
Right.
Thank you.
Peace out.